in 2018 on Amazon. So a few things. I'll actually be sharing a let's to do finding profitable products for wholesaling. For wholesaling. All right, awesome, very cool. So just a few tips. One of the very most important things is that I need everybody to understand that. Look, we are in this business to making money, right? So it doesn't matter exactly if you find 10 products or if you find 50 products or if you find 100 products. If you're not making any profits, really, it don't matter. How many products you are finding, right? So, and that's one thing that I need everybody to understand is that, look, it don't matter exactly what you're finding. You need to make profits. That's what your main focus should be on, is making profits. So number one thing is, making sure that the products you are finding actually make profits. Number two, very important thing, is having your ducks in the row, right? And as I explained in previous videos that I talked about, or that I posted in this for this week, and as I said, this week is going to be all about wholesaling. Typically, I do private labeling, and all my videos are about private labeling. However, in this, in this whole week, I'm going to be talking about wholesaling. And so if you guys have any questions about wholesaling at all, please be sure to drop them in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. Aside from that, I'd like to really get going right away and, sharing the few tips that I've got. Sorry. All right. Awesome. Very good. So Instagram is back up and running. So number one, making sure that you are finding profitable items, making sure that, your minimum profits are 5, 10, 15%, right? Because once again, if you're not making money, exactly why are you even in this business? Number two tip is making sure all your ducks are in the row, making sure that you have established a website, a professional website. You have an email address that actually associates to the same domain of your website. So it's not like, wholesalingusa at gmail.com. It's actually info@wholesalingusa@gmail.com. Or Bashar at wholesalingusa.com, something like that. Also making sure that you actually have a business address, because this isn't like private labeling. You actually, do need to send your inventory to Amazon or to you to get them prepped before you actually send it to Amazon. So what you need to do is you need to first, provide a business address, because a lot of those suppliers actually will not ship to your house, So you need to make it look like that you are a big timer, And by you trying to look like a big timer, one of the first things they need to understand is when you're still, first creating your relationship with these guys, is you need to, try to pay all up front, at least your first couple of orders. And that is because they need to see that you are here serious to do business, long-term business. You're not just some dude that's selling on Amazon. You're not just somebody that is, has a couple $100 that's trying to do this business. And that's what I was trying to explain to you guys before, is that wholesaling is something that actually needs some volume and it needs some capital. Unlike private labeling, unlike what I teach in my course, you can actually get away with trying to do private labeling in 2018 with literally $1,000 or even less. With wholesaling, it's a volume business. You're not focusing on, you're not making $5, $10 a sale like how we do with private labeling. You're actually trying to make, I don't know, maybe a couple of dollars per sale, if that, because your margins are pretty small. Also, another thing that I want to share with you guys, it's a very important tip to finding profitable items in 2018 for wholesaling, is actually asking for discounts, and always asking for discounts, always making sure that you are going back and forth with them, asking them for discounts, and pretty much never stop asking for discounts, because once again, going back to the profits, you need to make sure that your profit margins are as high as possible. A lot of times, they will come to you where you need to understand whatever distributor that you're actually trying to, contact, or that you are trying to actually get with. They are there to making, they make commission. So the higher they sell, the more price they sell, the more commission they make. So you need to understand that. And for you, it's the other way around. The cheaper the price you get, the more profits you make. So never start, asking for discounts, or never start negotiating at where you really want to be. Always try to start below. So let's say if you're ordering 100 units of these Sharpies, and they're going to give them to you at 50 cents, and you really want to be at 35 cents, you don't start with 35 cents, you start at 25 cents. And you say, I want 100 of those for 25 cents. Always try to see, exactly what you could do to get a bigger discount. Maybe order more. So maybe instead of ordering 100 units, say, hey, what if I actually order, I don't know, maybe 200 units or 150 units, Can you guys give me a bigger discount if I go ahead and do that, And if they can do that, then, maybe it's good to also be able to walk away from suppliers and from distributors. Sometimes it is also good to try to cut the middleman. So instead of going to distributors, and actually go to the brand itself, to the company itself. However, you need to understand, when doing that, you are expected to buy more, because companies don't like dealing with suppliers for a specific reason, or with sellers for a specific reason, because they want to sell to only one person who will disperse their inventory to a bunch of other people. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where their idea is. They're not interested in selling 100, 200 units to you and 1,000 other people. Their idea, or their mindset is, I want to sell 10,000 units to one distributor who will worry about everything else from there. It's like the same concept of Amazon. Amazon doesn't want to deal with 1 million products and having to fulfill every single one of them and having to restock and all that. They have 1 million people selling, or 100,000 people selling 1 million products, and all they do is they collect their percentage, So when you do cut the middleman, when you cut the distributor, and it goes direct to the brand, you need to understand that there's probably going to be more products that need to be ordered, or more quantities that need to be ordered. Also, a better, another good thing is making sure that you're not keeping all your eggs in one basket. Meaning, if you're going to sell 200 Sharpies a month, there's no reason, especially when you're just starting out, there's no reason for you to go order, 1,000 Sharpies and have 5 or 6 months worth of stock sitting there, where you could have invested that money to buying this and to buying this and to buying, this right here. You know what I mean? So it's very important that you understand those things. It's very important that you actually, get the gist of doing business correctly, and making sure that you are, kind of, getting more products in your store, because the more products you have, it's like going to a convenience store, going to a 7-Eleven, going to the liquor store down the street. The more things they have, the more inventory they have, people get more drawn to it. It's like, oh, well, I have more options. You know what I mean? Which is why also in my course, in private labeling course, I always say it's very important that you guys, try to create more variables, or try to create more variations, or try to create a bundle that other sellers are not providing or are not selling. That way you can draw and attract new and more customers your way and to your listing. You know what I mean? So it's very important that you guys do that. Also, another thing is, as I said earlier, is making sure that you guys present yourself as you are somebody who's worth dealing with, somebody who is worth that they take the time of their day and work with you. You know what I mean? Because distributors get contacted by tens, if not hundreds, of sellers like you every single day. And why are they gonna, try to talk to you and give you the discount rather than giving that guy the discount, or giving, the next person over the discount? So, and by doing that is making sure that you're trying to order, or at least shooting for big quantities, even if, and that's kind of something that I always show and I always talk about when, when actually talking about in my course, I always say, hey, always when you're trying to contact suppliers and when you are contacting suppliers, make sure that you are actually, telling, even if you know that you're only going to order 200 units or 150 units, ask for quotes for 500 units, 1,000 units. So say, okay, I want to order 200 units, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a quote for 200 units, 500 units, and 1,000 units. That way you can show them that, hey, look, the more you're going to give me, the more discount you're going to give me, the more I'm going to order from you. You know what I mean? So that's very important it's that illusion that you create to your suppliers, to your distributors, that, hey, look, I'm trying to order from you. The more I order, I need a bigger discount. And the more I pay you, the more commission you make, the more money your company makes. So I need a better deal. Also, another thing is do your research, making sure that you are actually going out there and shopping that product around. Let's say you found a product that's very good on Amazon and you like it and you want to go and check it out. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you go and you do your research and you find more than one supplier or distributor. Now, if you're going directly to the manufacturing company, there's not a whole lot of options. But if you're only dealing with distributors because you can't get to the manufacturing company, maybe their minimum quantity of order is too large for you. Be sure that you shop that product around so you can get the best price. And what I do is I try to get this guy's price, give it to that guy, give it to that guy, give it to that guy, and be like, hey, look, this guy's giving me a better price. That guy's giving me a better price. Try to beat it. Don't settle for match it. Try to beat it. Unless if you are going to, let's say if one supplier has 3 products you're going to buy from, and one of them is a little too high and you find it somewhere else for cheaper, then you can settle for matching it because you're getting, more than one product from the same supplier. And it's always good to, try to, minimize the amount of suppliers that you're dealing with. That way you don't have to deal with so many different things. You can focus on your business, on growing your business, trying to find more suppliers with more products, by minimizing the amount of suppliers that you deal with in the first place. So it's very important that you guys do that. Anyways, guys, I don't want to make this too complicated and too long. I just finished actually recording a video about the same concept. So once again, Bashar Khet here, Amazon and be a seller mentor. I do have a mentorship program about private labeling. If you guys are interested in that, I will actually go ahead and put a link here, and I will actually put it on YouTube or on Facebook actually, and pin that comment. That way you guys can see it and you guys can check it out. If you guys have any questions, be sure and please do not hesitate to contact me, send me a message. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, because I am here to help you guys out. But this whole week, I will be talking about wholesaling because I've been getting a lot of requests to do so, which is why I'm taking a little break from private labeling. And honestly, I was kind of running out of ideas. So, if you guys can help me out with some ideas, I would truly appreciate it. Some video ideas. So just kind of let me know exactly what you guys think and what it is that you guys want me to cover, to be honest with you. Enrico Garcia, I really appreciate it, my man. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And just kind of drop any comments you guys got in this video right here. Even if I end the feed, I'll go back and I'll answer your questions. I go live every day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 10:20 right now, so it started about 20 minutes ago. So be sure that you guys watch me live. I go live on on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I'm trying to add Twitter. When my wife is home, I use her phone, but I don't have another mobile device, so I have to have a mobile device. I can't have my laptop running. But aside from that, guys, Enrico, you're very welcome, my man. Thank you very much, sir. Aside from that, guys, once again, Bashar Khet to your Amazon and be a seller mentor. If there's anything I can cover or talk about, I would truly appreciate it. If you guys can, let me know. And I will go back and I'll answer all of your questions. But once again, I'll be only talking about wholesaling this week. Tomorrow, I'll be showing some great methods of how to find profitable products and where to find them. Yesterday's video, I did show a little bit, but I'll be showing a little bit more in tomorrow's video. So be sure that you guys stay tuned. There's also a video that I just, or a website that I just came across, and that website is called, let me see here. So I'll go ahead and put a link to it. It's called getthatwholesale.com. So I'll go ahead and add a link on Facebook here. So get that wholesale.com. So it's actually a great website that I just came across. They literally have thousands and thousands. So they have 5,000 different suppliers that they actually have. And, it's very crazy the way they have it set up, because you actually can go by category, search whatever product you want to search for, and select the category, and they will have a bunch of suppliers under that category. So it's very awesome, Trevor says, how many companies do you run through before you land a deal? Do you have a script? I do. So, my friend Trevor, I am not a wholesaler. I am a private labeler, and I also do arbitrage. However, I have been contacted by many of my followers and many of my students saying that I need to make videos about wholesaling. So I literally have been learning the craft of wholesaling in the past month or so. And this whole week I took it. I reached out to a few of my friends who are in the wholesaling business, who do 7 and 8 figures with wholesaling. However, I do have a script that I actually contact my suppliers for private labeling for. And what I'll do is actually, because you asked my friend, I will go ahead and go on my YouTube channel right now, and I will get the video and I will link it here for you. That way you can check it out, and also that way you can have a look at my YouTube channel. So let me go ahead and get that video for you. It's part of the free FBA course that I have on my channel. You are more than welcome to check it out. So and it's actually a full script of, so it's a video about how to locate suppliers, and then also how to contact them, and then it has a script on what I say and whatnot. So I'll go ahead and let's see here. So product research, back and packaging, finding suppliers. Okay, so I think this is it. So it's day number 12 on my free Amazon FBA course. There we go, Mr. Trevor. It's right over here. So you can go ahead and check it out, my friend. I'll be more than happy to answer any other questions you have. Anush, it's awesome, brother, but it does need some capital. So you do have to have a little bit more capital than actual private labeling, than what you're learning. Of course, man, as I told you, I'm doing this video, or I'm taking the whole week off from private labeling, and I am talking about, wholesaling, because I have had many. Sweet, thank you. You are very welcome, my friend. Hope to have good insight in there. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to send me a message. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. But the reason why I'm taking this whole week off from private labeling and talking about wholesaling, literally I don't do wholesaling, but I have learned the craft over the past month or so from a few of my friends in the industry who literally do 7 and 8 figures. So, Anush, because honestly, man, it's all about ordering in quantities. You know what I mean? So you do need some capital for that. But aside from that, guys, Bashar to your Amazon and be a seller and mentor. If there's anything that I could do for you guys, if there's any questions that I can answer for you guys, please drop them in the comments below. Let me know what I can do for you guys. Also, if there's any videos that you guys want me to make about a specific topic, if I talk about it or if I don't, feel free, and I'll be more than happy. Just like wholesaling, I was getting a lot of requests, and I'm making a whole library about wholesaling. Just like last week, I made it about arbitrage because I was getting a lot of requests to talk about arbitrage. So I am here to helping you guys out. I'm here to making sure that you guys get all the info necessary. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you very much for being part of this amazing, amazing, amazing community. I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all have a great day, and peace out, and y'all take care.